Hey everybody, it's Steve. The first gameplay stream of Surviving Mars Relaunched happened earlier today, September 3rd, and there were a few fun things I want to point out with this stream. I've been singing the praises of the new UI since the relaunch was announced, and we got to see it in action on this stream. No new sponsors or mysteries were shown, but the devs did briefly highlight the 3 factions I did not cover in my first breakdown video. Enlightenment Initiative states, quote, "It is in our DNA. We must be better. This imperative binds us to improve ourselves through science until we create the society of betters, not of equals." Prosperity from Mars states, quote, "There were the Dark Ages and then there was modern economy. If not for the funds and materials provided, would we even have a colony? First, we must focus on profits if we want to get anything done." And Dominion of Mars states, quote, "The politics of Earth and of Mars are 2 very different beasts, and we must not even for a second consider that the solutions working on Earth will work on Mars. A small society does not need elaborate politics. It needs to be swift and ready to act." The devs did confirm that these are not all of the factions, but only the ones that we'll be starting with. A couple other things of note is that the faction has an effect on some mission sponsors. During the selection screen, I noticed that some sponsors with the Project Utopia faction had the starting law skip founder stage. This means if you want to load up a bunch of rockets full of people from the get-go, you can with the right combination of sponsor and faction. The research UI has been reorganized, and I know this is going to take time for me to get used to with the relaunch. The build today had from left to right engineering, robotics, physics, biotech, social, recon and expansion, terraforming, and then breakthroughs. Right now, recon and terraforming are on the far left. I did see the underground has its new fancy logo, but the brief shots of the assembly were the big thing for me in this video. Midway through Sol 3, a pop-up appeared for the Earth Council. This is the assembly mechanic that's being teased. Based on the stream's setup, the founding faction will have 10 seats on the council, your sponsor will have 4 seats, and 3 other countries, maybe these are the competing colonies, I'm not sure, will each have 2 for a total of 20. Once the assembly is made on Mars, the council on Earth will disband. The dev diary for factions and politics won't be out until October, but I did pause the video to look at some of the laws and opportunities available. Faction opportunity notifications will pop up, giving you a task to increase standing with one of the factions in your colony. I'm going to assume that if you fail the task, your standing will go down with that faction. In the assembly, I noticed that a lot of the laws will give you additional rewards for certain things. The exploration option gives you additional rewards for exploring sectors. You can get additional applicants for each sector scanned, additional funding, or science. All of these noted that deep scanning doesn't count for those bonuses. Milestones to the left of the exploration option in the sponsor relations section can offer extra applicants, exports, a little bit of extra funding, or double the science reward based on which law you present and pass. The leftmost option in the research and ecology section is to increase sponsor research by 100 science, and some factions will be against the proposals that you bring forth. If it's not looking like a bill is going to pass, you'll get notified in the choice to either push ahead or cancel the vote. We can also negotiate with factions to persuade them to change their vote, but the game does warn of a significant loss of approval if you fail to meet their demands. Again, this is a very early look, and we're going to be learning more about the factions and politics of this game in October. A couple of breakthroughs showed up during their playthrough, and something new really caught my eye. You get a choice. This is a big change on how we're going to be able to play the game, and very helpful if you get a breakthrough that you just don't like. Like in my case, I don't like the cloning breakthrough. This now gives you the chance to hopefully pick something better or more in line with the type of colony you want to build. The new train stations were showed off, but I did spy this naturalist habitat structure in the buildings tab. I'm curious what that is and how it's going to play into the game. The devs did tease there will be more streams between now and the game's launch, but they did not give a release date during today's stream. Don't forget to like the video, drop a comment letting me know what you think so far of the game, subscribe for analyses and breakdowns of these streams and dev diaries still to come ahead of the Surviving Mars relaunch. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.